So, here we are with a relationship, right? Why are relationships so important? And the answer is, well, it's kind of the core of life. And, when you think about, for example, Flight 93 that went down on 9/11, or the collapse of the World Trade Center, who were people calling on their phones before, they faced their tragic end? They didn't call the supervisor of their department, did they? Where'd they call? They called home to talk to their loved ones. The quality of our life really depends on the quality of our relationships, principally. We've got to take care of Maslow's basic things, but other than that, nothing matters more than those particular pieces. Are all of you familiar with this particular text? This is, I just want to mention it to make sure that you are. And to me, it just reiterates the importance of relationships in marriage. In it, it documents 26 different reasons that all these social scientists have identified that prove the value of relationships in marriage in particular. There's nothing else comparable to it in respect to yielding great outcomes. It is a tremendous workhorse for yielding change in society, and the work that you're doing at strengthening marriages is vital for that. A second resource that you might not be aware of is this one, Marriage and Family Wellness, Corporate America's Business, ? This was commissioned by Chick-fil-A and an organization called the Marriage Commission, that is a nonprofit that they founded. And this work on this was done by David Olson, who's the creator of Prepare and Enrich. And basically in it, what they've been able to demonstrate is that marriage and family wellness is in fact corporate America's business. And business has an appropriate place in addressing the quality of marriages in America. We don't need to keep business and marriage separate because there's an interplay between the two. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but I want you to have access to this resource. Where can you get it? Go to www.marriageCommission, that's spelled COMISSION.com. Again, that's www.marriagecommission.com, and you can order that on the site for free, or you can download a PDF version. And it's a crucial document for you to read because it's the best single synthesis of the research that we have out there about the impact of relationships and marriage in particular on business. Well, let's look a little bit more at that. And we want to talk about the economic impact of a high-stress relationship on the business world. And what we see here is that research out of Oklahoma actually proved that a high-stress marriage or relationship causes 30 days of lost productivity per year. So what's that translate into a dollar figure? If you've got a $100,000 employee, that's a $10,000 cost, for example. Also, it's been shown that if there is a divorce within an organization, it directly costs that employer $7,900. How? Because the employee is there and experiencing what they call presenteeism. They're kind of there, but they're not there because they're distracted by the lawyer's suit and this, that, and the other thing. And then they have to talk to the supervisor about it, tie up their time, and then they also have other people that are, involved in and when you put all those parts together, and the time they have to take off, and or the fact that they may have to move to another part of the country or whatever the case, $7,900 is the direct cost to the employer. It's also been shown that the cost to the community is $25,000 to $30,000 to the tax base for each divorce that occurs. So then, who pays for the tax base cost? We all do, as well as businesses. So is it in business's best interest to address this? Well, I think you've got a case to say, we here, sitting right here, have something important that you need to know, and you need to bring us into your organization so that we can make a difference on your bottom line. So you need to read this document and start understanding how you can put these pieces together. You're part of the solution for business, and they don't even realize how much they need you, and we're giving you a tool to access them and address that. Research that was done by, I'll just first mention that the Better Business Bureau in Central Ohio has grasped this. And the Better Business Bureau, as you might know, is not permitted to endorse particular practitioners because they have to kind of be neutral to all organizations. Well, I've worked for about a year or two now with the Better Business Bureau implementing essential disciplines in a deep way into the fabric of how they function. So they got the picture, and they did something absolutely unprecedented, which is they started an entirely new nonprofit organization called the Better Business Bureau Center for Character Ethics. And you can come up afterwards if you want, and I'll show you this or give you one of these which kind of details that. The purpose of the Center of Character Ethics is to be able to, through that organization, endorse people that they want to present to their businesses that are accredited members. So at the core of what's happening with the Center for Character Ethics is the Essential Disciplines curriculum. And what they did recently, they had a meeting 2 days ago of 670 of the 5,000 business owners that are part of Central Ohio's Better Business Bureau for an annual Integrity Awards event. And it was at that event that they introduced this piece of paper that talked about the Center for Character Ethics and listed over here on the side the people that they wanted all those businesses that were present to start working with. So get this picture. The Better Business Bureau in your community now has a model, if they choose to follow the lead that's being taken by Central Ohio, to create an organization that can then put forward to them solutions for their businesses. You follow what I'm saying? So that pilot has been created and that model is there. And the Better Business Bureau is just one organization, but 5,000 in Central Ohio. There's 40,000 businesses in Ohio that are affiliated with the Better Business Bureau. And so now the Better Business Bureau, through the Center for Character Ethics, is in the role of saying, let's roll out essential disciplines and things related to that to you, because you may not need it yet, but we have a business solution that's crucial to your survivability and the effectiveness as an organization. This is really historic in magnitude.